Could RPA be used in industries that seem totally unrelated? For one, the creative industry seems worlds apart from RPA. On closer inspection, it turns out there is just as much repetitive workflow as in other industries. During the post-production workflow of media like images, audio and video, repetitive processes can be found. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you the Multimedia Automation Activities. This set of activities enables image, audio and video operations to be automated. By harnessing the power of the free and open source command line utility FFmpeg and combining it with the endless possibilities that robotic process automation offer, the creative industry is said to be streamlined. Download and install UiPath Studio. Now download the Multimedia Automation Activities package. The link is in the description. Find out where your packages folder is by going to the Design tab and clicking on Manage Packages. Click on the Settings button option. You can find the folder here. Now copy and paste the package into this packages folder. Click on Local. Scroll down or search for Multimedia Automation Activities. Click Install and click on Save. You will now see the activities appear under Multimedia Automation Activities. The Multimedia Process activity provides you with the most generic and flexible interface with FFmpeg, so let us take a look at how to use it, since the other activities work in the same way. To use the activity, just drag and drop the activity into your workflow. The activity has the following inputs: the FFmpeg command we would like to apply to our file, if debugging mode is enabled, which will allow FFmpeg to stay open if something went wrong, our file, the container or extension we want our file to be in, and the output folder is where we want our resulting file to be written to. You will want to pass these inputs using variables. Let's say that we want to automate the resizing of high quality photo files. So we will write a simple robot that keeps checking a folder until photo files are copied into it. As soon as JPEG files are copied into it, we want our multimedia process activity to resize them and write them to another folder. First, let's start with a flowchart. If the directory doesn't contain any JPEG files, then we will loop back to the beginning. If JPEG files are found, we will process them. Now, we have to use a try-catch, since if the files are being copied, our robot might try to process them. We will limit our catch to only input-output exceptions, so that other exceptions are still raised. In our try block, we will add a sequence. We will first get a list of files in the directory. Let's create a variable and assign to it. Then we can use a for each to go through every file. And finally, in the body, we will add our multimedia process activity. Our command will be to resize the width of our photos to 1920 pixels. In FFmpeg, that will look like this. The input file is the file from our for each. The output container we will set to JPEG, and our output folder we will set here. Now, after all the files have been processed, we want to go back to our main loop. Okay, that's it. Now the other activities work in the same way, and they are actually even easier to use since the suggested commands have already been pre-filled in. For example, if we want to stabilize footage, we just need to provide the input file and output folder. Easy, right? Automating multimedia operations has never been easier. Well, I wanted to see just how far I could push the technology. If it encounters video files, I wanted to back up the original files, convert the clips to an intermediate codec, stabilize the clips, denoise the clips from grain, combine all the clips into one timeline, apply a color grade to the clip using a lookup table, add background music to the video using one of the files in our audio library, add intro text to our video, add film grain to the video to limit compression artifact, and finally export our video into a delivery format that is YouTube friendly. So how does a video created by a robot look like?